Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. How are you doing? Today is another new day. I have a very important presentation this morning that you need to pay attention to. Very important. The topic is titled Benzene Dangers in the Workplace and Home. Benzene is one out of 119 agents listed as a carcinogenic to human being by International Agency of Research on Cancer, also known as IARC. A carcinogenic is defined as a substance or agent that tends to produce cancer. It is widely used chemical in an industrial processes as well as in consumer goods. Because of its widespread use, many individuals can face exposure to this substance both at work and home. What is benzene and where can you find benzene? According to Occupational Safety Health Administration, it states that benzene is a clear colorless liquid with a pleasant sweet odor. Benzene is colorless and it has a very sweet odor. Where are you going? Any chemical that you inhaled, whatever you inhaled, that is very sweet to the nose, knows that it contains an element of a benzene, such as, for example, some of the detergent we use in cleaning our houses at home, that is, the fragrance is very good, contains a benzene. How can you minimize the exposure? After cleaning, whenever you want to embark in the cleaning of your house, ensures that you are properly kitted. Wear your respirator or your nose mask. Ensures that the windows are widely open. There's a wide spread of air. You cannot eliminate benzene entirely, but its exposure is always constant exposure is too bad, which is not supposed to be so. The odor of benzene does not provide an adequate warning of its hazard. What is hazard? A hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm to both human, to assets, and property. Benzene substances includes crude oil, a major part of gasoline. Benzene can be found in gas, cooking gas, industrial gas, crude oil, a major part of it in a gasoline that we use. Whenever you want to make use of your petrol or your LPG, maybe you're trying to turn it up into your generator, at the process of pouring it, the inhalation, what part of what you're inhaling is the benzene. How can you minimize the exposure? It's for you to be properly kitted. Wear your hand gloves, wear your nose mask whenever you're trying to put fuel inside your generator for users or whatever means. Ensure that you are properly kitted while pouring the fuel inside the generator, because the dangers of benzene that is short, it is if you over inhale or inject it in your body, it can lead to shortness of breath. It can lead to shortness of oxygen. Whenever you notice that you are beginning to lack oxygen and your system is shortened down, you know that there's over excess of benzene in your body. Most of the benzene in the environment come from our use of petroleum products in the home. It is found in grills. In spark grills, there's a benzene. Adhesive that you use, maybe you want to patch a book, or maybe you want to gum things together, you want to gum all those adhesive that you use, there's an element of benzene in it. Cleaning product, paint, slippers, and tobacco smoke, these are the places that you can find benzene. If you're a chain smoker, know that part of what you are doing, you are ingesting the benzene in your system. Whenever you paint your house, ensures after if you are the one that's doing it by yourself, ensure that you are properly kitted. Wear the respirator, wear your PPE that covers your hand end to end, wear your hand glove, use the dipstick, don't use hands to mix paint, because if you are doing this, you are also creating more health hazard for yourself. Paint is a chemical, it is not meant to use hands to turn. Whenever you are doing this, ensure they are properly kitted. Open, make sure that the windows and doors are properly open. After you are painting, it is expected that 3 days or 4 days, you are not meant to pack in that house or stay in that house, so that the element of benzene will be highly reduced. Cleaning product like all those ones you use for washing of our plate, hypos, all those things, there's an element of benzene. After mopping the floor, ensure that all the whole windows are properly open. After cleaning up the toilet, ensure that it's well ventilated. Do not use after some few 3, 4, 5 hours, to ensure that the odor that's come with it, oxygen will come in and evaporate it. These are the places you can find benzene at home. Even the carpenter, the most people that are mainly exposed to benzene are the carpenters, because they make use of thinners. Many of them did not live long as a result of ignorance of what they don't know about. Because if they are properly aware and as regards to you will live long. Many of them contracted a kidney issue, a respiratory issue. Most of the carpenters go and find out what they normally suffer most is the lungs problem, kidney issue as a result of inhalation of the chemical. If you're a carpenter, whenever you're using thinner to spray a chair or your furniture, you must have a full respirator. It's not even a nose mask that's cover your head head to toe. You must wear your rubber hand glove, your rubber PPE. You must wear your rubber hand glove. While the spray, you must have an eye goggle properly kitted. And you are not meant to work for extra straight 1 hour. You can do that. You go out, receive fresh air for the thing to evaporate. By doing this, you are helping yourself, and also always subject yourself to comprehensive medical checkup every 6 months to check all the vitals, to know the functionalities. These are the people that are exposed to benzene. If you are working in a filling station or a gas storage area or a dump site, what did I mean? A dump site where products like petroleum are being stored, they are also exposed to benzene. If you find yourself, you have a brother or sister who works in a filling station, educate them, share this message to them. Even if the employer did not provide them with the adequate PPE needed for them to do the job, let them always ensure that whenever they are dispensing fuel, they should properly wear their hand gloves, wear their nose masks or respirator. They should get one for themselves. Because whenever you are dispensing and you discover that you are having headache or your eye or redness of the eye or your eye is turning, you have ingested a lot of benzene in the body. What does benzene do? It will do to shortness of the breath, lack of energy. If you are not properly managed, the person will give up. That is the one message you should like and share this message. Castigate it to your brothers and sisters who work in a different filling station, who work in a different fuel petroleum dump storage tanks. In the company that we are worked, there are people that are specially employed for the testing of all those areas that is likely to be a benzene area. It is their daily job. Whenever they come in, they get what they call per minute the PMI. They have the tools for the testing of the areas. Whenever there's a test is carried on and they discover that the benzene of that area is above their standard, they normally create where they send it on mail broadcast to everybody to be aware. They even cordon it off. No activities should happen within that vicinity, pending when it is properly managed. If you are working in a dump site, a petroleum dump site, a storage tank, ensures that you are not meant to stay there over a stretch of an hour. Or whenever you want to visit the dump tank, be properly ticketed. And whenever you are there and you notice that you are having shortness of breath, move away from that place. Call for assistance, call for medical assistance. That is it. What are those what is the effect of overexposure to benzene? When you are overexposed to benzene, it can lead to short-term acute overexposure. If you are overexposed to high concentration of benzene, the level where its odor is first recognizable, you may feel breathless. You cannot be able to breathe well, irritable, euphoric or giddy, feeling tired. You may even experience irritation in the eyes, nose, and respiratory tracts. These are the symptoms of if you are working whenever you came encountered in a place with a high benzene. You may develop headache, feel dizzy, or intoxicated. Severe exposure, when you are severely exposed, may lead to convulsion and loss of consciousness. Long-term chronic exposure, repeated or prolonged exposure to benzene, even at a relatively low concentration, may result in various blood disorders, ranging from anemia to leukemia and irreversible fatal disease. Long-term exposure, these are what you have to encounter. Many blood disorders associated with benzene exposure may occur without symptoms. Best practices to reduce exposure to benzene. According to Occupational Health and Safety Administration, the exposure limit to 1 ppm for an hour workday and 5 ppm exposure limit for a 15 minutes frame. Most people, the exposure to benzene is by gasoline and heat vapor. However, some individuals may be exposed to it elsewhere. Some best practices to reduce your chances of being overexposed to benzene are the best practices. What you are to put in place for you not to be overexposed to benzene: do not breathe in the vapor of a gasoline. Fuel in a well ventilated area. Whenever you are dispersing fuel, ensure that it's well ventilated. Avoid area with excessive automobile exhaust as much as possible. Avoid any water that could possibly be contaminated with benzene. Do not smoke cigarettes and do not be in area where you can be exposed to secondhand smoke. Practice good hygiene and protect your skin. Washing your hand prior to eating can reduce the chances of exposure through injection, and limiting skin exposure can reduce the absorption of benzene through the skin. At work, use engineering controls to reduce or eliminate benzene. If exposure is still over the limit, respirators must be worn that are sufficient enough to protect the individual from overexposure. These are things you need to know to keep yourself safe. Thank you. This is the end of the message. Like and share the videos. I still remember my humble self, Prince Arthur Azoka. Follow my page, Knowledge Connect TV, and Knowledge Connect Alliance. Remember, see you later.